So welcome to Challenge the Road, the EVO Tommy Mackinnon RS against the GR Yaris. Who's going to win? Let's go through that. It's a whole lot more complicated than you think. I haven't driven the GR Yaris yet properly. I've just moved it around for all the B-roll and pictures, and I'm really excited to drive it. I want to see what's going on. But let's go back to the 90s. That decade was just the best, wasn't it? And I'm going to try and make this around songs, rock songs, because that's my era. Now, I'm going to try and put the cars into a song. So let's think about bands of the 90s. And this will go through how I'm going to judge these cars. So bands of the 90s. Let's talk about Bon Jovi then. How good were they? Whitesnake, Def Leppard. How many great bands were there in the 90s? Still playing now. U2. All these bands. Guns N' Roses. Oasis. It just goes on and on. Do you still listen to them now? Yes, you do. Do young people still listen to them now? Yes, they do. So who's the new kid then? Who's the new rock band? Who's the new Guns N' Roses? I don't know. So that's how I feel about these new road and rally cars, because I haven't really driven any. I've stuck with these JDM 90s ones, and I've had to pay way too much money for them. These cars went down to about, I don't know, £8,000, and now they're like £100,000. Or a 22B, last one I sold, 23,000. Now that car's, I don't know, £400,000. So it's absolutely brilliant that you can just get into a GR Yaris for £35,000, a track pack one, and it's brilliant. Absolutely brilliant car, but I haven't driven it. Everyone's telling me it's brilliant. They're saying it's the best. It's going to be better than your 90s Mitsubishi. Well, let's see. Let's see. So 3 things on this car. Let's start with engine in this Mitsubishi. It's pretty awesome. It picks up low down. It's 3rd gear. Let's go down. 3,000 revs. Bang. It's going. It's still going. It's still going. It's still going. This will go up to 7,500. Right. Handling, always a bit subjective. Everyone's a bit different on this. I feel like I am really sat in this car, and I am in it, and I can feel everything. If I move, it moves. I can feel everything about this car. Brakes, good, unassisted. Remember, this is an RS, 212 made, Perspex rear screen, 120 kilos lighter than a normal Tommy Mackinnon. This was the car Tommy Mackinnon would use as his rally car. It's unbelievable, and I'm in it today. So, going on about this car, we've done videos before. You can go back, you can watch them. But engine, I think, is tremendous. Handling, I think, is very good. I think brakes are fine. I would have bigger brakes if it was me. These are 4-pot, 23-year-old car. They're good, but I'd probably have something a bit more uprated. Now, this is the key, and this is what I need you to comment, talk about. Feel good factor on this car. Well, I think it's 10. If we're going to rate them out of numbers, it's 10. And it's a bit like, go back to music, right? You go to a concert and you watch someone live, and it's unbelievable, and you come away and you go, wow. You was at the front. I remember we went to Hawaii for a holiday a long time ago. I was about 18, and we watched Van Halen live, and I was near the front. That's unbelievable. It can't get better than that. You can listen to stuff, fine, but it's not the same as actually being there. This feels like I am there. I am driving in an RAC rally. And that's what all these cars were in that era of the 90s. You had Colin McRae, the McRae series, great car, my first car, 95. These Mitsubishis, P1s, Toyota Celica GT4s. You do feel like this could be a rally car. If you put a roll cage in this, you're not far off. The adrenaline in this is a pump. It is like, whoa. The only problem with these is quite easy to crash them, as I know. Now, it's just because this car just wants you to go. It's just pure driving. It just wants you to go everywhere. Boom, boom, boom. Whatever you're doing, you drive along like this, and you think, oh, it's okay. Lovely day. I'll just relax a bit. And the car's going, oh, no. No, I don't want you to relax. I want you to go full pelt, because I'm a rally car. And that's how it feels, but it is an amazing adrenaline rush, an amazing pump, and I can't see how this GR Yaris can be like that. I hope I'm wrong, because I want to be right. I want to pay £35,000 instead of £400,000, and I want to buy that car, and I want it to be really good, and think, yeah, Richard, you were stupid. All these people buying these JDM 90s rust bucket rubbish are wrong. I'm not sure we are. I'm not sure we are. We're going to know soon. So what we do, let's get back, let's swap over into this GR Yaris and just see. Now, I was thinking about songs. Let's go back to that. What song would this car be? Now, I used to like a lot of bands, Skid Row, Motley Crue, and I thought Bon Jovi was one of my all-time favourites. I mean, you don't get people like that anymore. What a character. I mean, his hair, everything. He was just like, well, God. You know, he wore them leather jackets. If I had a leather jacket and I had cowboy boots, all the stuff, all because of Bon Jovi. And he was just the king. He was the king. My wife loves him. She's probably still got posters of him now. Who you got now? Who you got now? Ed Sheeran? Well, this is a joke. These guys were just the nuts. And they were like people that you just thought were like gods. Colin McRae, you thought was a god. 6 million people turn up to a rally in Wales to watch these guys. I don't even know who really the rally people are. So this car needs to be 25 years better. But can it be? Can they be better? There's only so much grip and suspension and stuff, I don't know. So right, we're going to get back. Let's get in that Yaris and let's see if it is the top dog. Right, so this is it. The GR Yaris. Gazoo Racing. Tommy Mackinnon. How good is it? Well, let's see. I'm going to go on some of my favourite roads. You're going to come along with me. Now, at the moment, I've started it, went out at it and thought, felt quite ordinary. Didn't feel like the Mitsubishi. Now, I've put it straight into track. I'm not going to mess around, go sport and give you a review on what the car's like on normal. I just want to drive it as I would. It feels great, to tell the truth. The ride and the handling is really, really good. The brakes feel really progressive. Coming into here, braking, down the gear, hold it. I feel totally in control. It's very wet here. There's no problems. Braking again, you can just drop to second, hold it in. This is very wet here. It feels tremendous. Right, fourth gear. Right, let's slow this down because we've got 3 things to go through. Engine, I think it's really good. It feels really nice. It pulls nicely. It's not as aggressive as the Mitsubishi. The Mitsubishi revs you through and goes, come on, wring the neck. This doesn't. It's very, very linear power. Handling. Well, this is what we're going to find out. Feels great. Now down here is a tricky section of road and I'm just sort of braking, quite muddy, wet. And I feel really, really in control. And it's got that little bit of balance that I like. It's not too stiff. So this is in track mode. Coming down here, you're sort of hard on the brakes. It's like a little go-kart. Now, differences. When you get in it, the Mitsubishi makes you feel like, come on boy, you're coming for a ride today. This didn't. I think you could just drive this slowly. You could use it as a daily. The Mitsubishi, not so sure. I think that you take that out and you put it back and you go, oh, thank you, I'm back. Really nice to see you today, but I'm quite happy living at the moment because one day you will get out of control with that car. This car feels like I'm not really going to get in too much trouble. I'm trying to think of cars it's going to remind me of because I've driven and owned a lot of cars, obviously a lot of 90s cars and quite a few modern ones, S3s, RS3s, RS4s. It feels good. Now let's just take it into this slower area. It's like a little 30 mile an hour here. Lots of speed bumps. Let's just get a feel of this car because I feel like it just goes anywhere. It's reminded me a lot of a Subaru. Yeah, and that's just like nothing. Let's put it in bought. I don't know if that does anything to the suspension. I say today is just a driving review. Not going to go through stats. Other people can do that and talk about whatever. This is just, how does it drive? How does it feel against the greatest Mitsubishi ever? Probably the greatest road rally car ever made in the Tommy Mackinnon RS. How does it feel? Now, when you're in this sort of position of just static junctions, feels like a normal car, which could be a good thing. Feels quite easy. The Mackinnon, you're always having to think. It's always alive. It's always buzzing with you. This just feels very solid. Boom, it's like up that speed bump, nothing. Let's turn right here and go round. Bit of traffic today. The only thing I do feel is that I feel quite high up, but wouldn't overly worry me, but I feel a little bit high up. This visor feels quite big. Quite a small window in the back, but it's got reversing camera and that. Not sure that would worry me. Yeah, just maybe sit a little bit lower. The Mitsubishi, I feel like I'm in it. Sometimes on this, I feel like I'm just sort of floating a little bit on top of the car. But I can see why people love this car. Let's just go up here. Now, we spoke about music and what is this now. Absolutely, the Mitsubishi is like a live concert. It's going to be amazing. Now, for this car, I'm thinking about music. I went to a concert with my daughter, Billie Eilish, and I thought I'll go there. And there's only really one song I want to hear, which I knew that was Bad Guy. I thought, I really like that song. I'm going to go there and I'm just going to listen to that one song, and then she can enjoy the night and whatever. It was one of the best concerts I've ever been to at the O2. It was absolutely brilliant. I couldn't believe it because I thought, I'll take my laptop with me, I'll do a bit of work. Bad Guy comes on, bang, yeah, great. And then I just go back. I didn't. I listened to every song. The display she done, everything she done, I loved. Maybe that's what this car's like. It's not like smashing guitars, boom, noise, This is just more cultured now. You know, it feels really good, but I am a little bit diluted. I haven't got all the things coming at me from the Mitsubishi. Like, I haven't got like guitar, drums. See, the Mitsubishi's coming at you from all angles, all your senses. This feels more like it's sort of just rounded, more like one, all at one. No hassle. Drives along fine. It's got as much performance as you ever need. Handles fine. Does everything very well. And like we said, a bit like the difference between having music on your phone and music live, and that's what the difference feels. Now, it's good to do this drive and be behind someone who does like 25 mile an hour for about 3 miles in a 60. It really helps, but actually they're just going to turn off now. Come on, turn off, out my way. Now, let's get going again. Second, so gearbox not as good as the Mitsubishi. Brakes better than the Mitsubishi. Handling, I think this is very different in the handling. I feel the Mitsubishi's quite stiff. This feels like it's just flowing with the road, very similar to the Astons I've got. It's quite, I'm not going to say it's bumpy, but I am feeling everything, but it's diluted down. The Mitsubishi, I feel everything. The steering is good. It's not as, hasn't got the feedback as a Mitsubishi. The Mitsubishi, I can sort of feel as much as I can of the tyres. This, I feel like I'm just riding on top of them. I'm not feeling that much from it. But it's a very good car. Very good car. Would I buy one? I think I probably would if I didn't know so much about the 90s and the Japanese cars and what we've got. I mean, and this is the problem, like, if I was to put it with, like, the GTR Nissan we've got, the GTR is just going to blow this away, totally blow this away. But if you put this with maybe like a Subaru Impreza, I mean, we've got the Terzo, my brother's Terzo at the moment. I drove that in the week and I thought, I really like that Subaru. The gearbox is better on the Subaru than these. It flows so well. So I'd probably put this in more of the Subaru Impreza, like a 99, that sort of era car. I think that's where it is. I'm not sure it'd be up there with P1. Certainly wouldn't be up there with 22B. So that's where I feel it is. But yeah, if you buy one, you don't really lose any money. I mean, they lose money on all of these anyway. You know, it must cost them more to build than the 30-odd thousand for this. I think it's so much car, so much value for money. But it doesn't give you any adrenaline rush. If I come out the Mitsubishi, I start running around like a little kid. Because I'm all like, whoa, 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 what's going on? I've had like 2 packets of Haribos. That's how it feels. This, I just feel like, yeah, it's going to be a nice day. It's going to be a nice drive. Whether it's going to hold me to the car, not so sure. I'm not sure I'm going to be absolutely in love with it going, this is the best thing. But if you haven't driven the best era of cars, and I think that is, and that's why you're seeing these, like the Skyline, we had to pay 192,000 for that Skyline. Can't believe I paid that much for it, but that's what they are. If you want an 8,000 mile V-Spec 2, and everyone will go, Richard, you're crazy, you pay that much for a car? Yeah, and then next year they go, oh, Richard, I wish I bought one because they're 500,000. Yeah, I know, and I've done that about 15 times. Everyone keeps going, Richard, I wish I'd done what you done and bought that car. It will go £500,000, that car. It will go £500,000. And this is the crazy thing. That's £500,000, this is 30 grand. And it's probably just going to stay. It's not going to really appreciate. There's probably too many around. But yeah, it's just a really interesting time, guys, with cars. And I hope you enjoy these videos. I think today, I said feel good factor, Mitsubishi 10. Feel good factor on this, I'll probably give it an 8. I think it's got a lot of good things going for it. I don't know if it was tuned a bit more, might be even better. But I think the problem is you're always going to have this. You've got 25 years of everyone trying to make you crash better, slow, track you, do whatever, and that's what happens with these cars. You've got to have them diluted down for everyone and to be, whereas the Mitsubishi, there's no airbag, there's no ABS, you're just driving, so you can never beat that. So it's unfair to rate this in a way of saying which is better, because you can't do that. It's a totally different eras. But I do think it's a fantastic car. If you own one, great. And if you're going to buy one, I'd say, yeah, buy one. I think they're a really good car. Hope you enjoyed that. Hope you're looking forward to more content. Please like and subscribe or comment today. It really helps the channel grow. I think we're trying to get to 5,000 subs. I know it's taken us a long time, but we will get there. And I'll see you all again soon. Bye.